Hello, everybody. Another wonderful week of Lord Z's Fantastical Dungeon. Happy Friday and all that wonderfulness. Let's get some music on here. I don't even know if the audience can hear the music. All right. We left off last week getting back to Hearthen. Thinking we were going to do a little shopping and then dip out, and turns out you guys got involved in some protection money shit that the shopkeepers prefer to be a part of than letting heroes handle it for them, which got you shut out of every shop in town. And through some routine investigator work, you were able to figure out that the ones taking the protection money from the shopkeepers own the Mermaid's Menagerie, the inn and bathhouse near the harbor district, which worked because you guys wanted a bath anyways. So you all went in and paid for some. What the fuck did I just do? Paid for some time, and Fennin was doing some investigative work. Yeah, investigative work, espionage, whatever you want to call it, disguised as one of the bathhouse attendants when somebody touched him. And anybody who knows anything about disguise self, it's just an illusion. So, we left off, three of you butt naked, still soaking in your respective bathtubs. And Fennin trying to dip past the individual, which was the gangster you all met at the shop, as he shouted intruder and proceeded from there. So, what we're going to do in this situation is, Fennin, I'm going to let you do one round, and we'll see what happens from there.
I just want to put this note out there that there is speaking to a very interesting company.
Who?
A poor young man and young woman. They're the guilty. Because the young woman sure looks like all the other men.
Yeah, well, it is what it is. Just so you guys are aware, I went through your character sheets and unequipped your armor.
No.
Armor and cloaks off, because you're all soaking in a tub right now. I highly doubt you'd be wearing the armor. Your equipment is in the room with you. You're just not wearing any of it. That being said, if you had an amulet or a ring or anything like that, I left that on with its effects. It's just your armor, shields, that fun stuff, cloaks that all got taken off. So, Brad, one round, all you. What you got?
Oh, he's dipping.
Okay.
He's straight dipping. If I remember right, last week he had actually already dipped past that guy.
You had gotten around him into the doorway, and that's where we stopped.
Yeah, because he wasn't. He missed the grapple, if I'm not mistaken. I know there was a grapple roll.
I do remember a grapple.
There was, yep.
I don't remember the.
Yeah, that was. He was trying to put you up against the wall, and you were able to duck around and get behind him. So you're still standing right next to him. There's no grapple there. So you got one turn.
Make sure. Okay, if I have one turn and I'm right there with him, I slap him.
Okay. Go ahead and make a strength check. 'Cause I don't think you're proficient with. Nope. That'll hit. I gotta look up unarmed strikes because we talked about it, and now we're doing it by the book.
Pretty sure it's either 1 damage or like 1d4 maybe.
I think it's 1 damage, but give me 2 seconds. I got it right here. Yeah, I know. Yep. 1 point plus your strength modifier. So your strength modifier is 1, so that'll do 2 damage. Okay.
So, I am going to basically dip. I'm not quite sure how our movement's going to work, but 20 there. 20 there puts me at 40. And then with what is that, the cunning action? That little
Yep.
dash that the rodents get.
Yep, your dash, that'll be another 40.
65 there.
Okay. Alright, so you slap him and turn to run very quickly. He's gonna step up to here, to there, to there. All of the people in the center courtyard kind of like stand up and like, do the typical crowd shit. Godric, Miss Holly, and Fitz, you all heard that gangster. You recognized his voice as he just shouted, intruder. You heard a "Thoo!" Followed by somebody running, and now there's a little bit of commotion going on. What are you guys doing?
Take the whatever it is, start putting shit back on.
Okay.
Obviously something's going on.
So you two are going to spend the next 10 minutes putting on your armor and shit.
Guess so.
Okay. Miss Holly, what are you doing?
Is there like a rob, like some like towel or something that I can just put on real quick just to kind of open the door, snoop around, and then if it gets out of there?
Well, your cloak is laying right there. You can just throw that over your shoulders.
Okay, yeah, I'll just do that and I'll just open the door to like see like what the heck is going on.
Okay. You peek through. You can see the gangster from earlier. The one that was holding the gnome up by his feet. He is currently moving towards the doorway. And there's 2 other tough-looking individuals not far behind him.
I don't see Fenton at all because we're already like on the hallway, right?
Correct.
Okay, since I don't see anything, I'm gonna go back inside. I don't think I have much time left. I don't know how much I have left, like 3 hours.
You guys still got a little bit of time.
Okay, so I just head back inside. Like,
Okay. Fennon, what are you doing?
I am. Sorry, I just want to make sure. I'm dipping around the corner. Yeah. Basically, where nobody can see me, because I'm assuming there's somebody up here at the front.
There are 4 employees, including the hostess that was there when you first entered up there.
Oh, I assumed that was these guys.
No.
Well, fucking, I them by surprise. I'm going to book it out the door, so that was what, 5 or 10 feet.
5. It'll be 30 to the door. And then if you bonus action dash again, you'll keep going. So I'm not going to put you on the world map.
Yeah. Basically, I would dip out the door. As I dip out the door, he would try to mimic his best female voice and say, "They touched me," as he runs out the door.
You notice the 2 or 3 people passing by kind of shake their head and just keep walking.
Book it out the door, find a corner.
Okay. What are you changing into?
Where are we at? Like the area, if I remember right, it's not. We're not in the slums.
No. You are... You're over here by Sir Fluffy, but top left corner. So the closest alley would have been down the street a little bit.
That's fine. At that point, change into try to mimic the clothing. Well, clothing-wise, mimic what's going on around me, and I would pick Elven. There's elves in this area, if I remember right.
Yeah, there are.
Yeah, I would pick an Elven male at that point.
Okay. Too easy. As you finish your shifting, you would assumably look back at the entrance to the bathhouse. And you would see the 3 individuals standing there right outside the door and looking and giving up the chase and going back inside.
As for better, at that point, for a little while at least, I would go wander the streets.
Okay. Any place in particular you want to go?
No, at the moment, just wandering around, watching, studying everybody, waiting
Okay.
to see if the other crew comes out.
So you're staying in this area, but just walking.
Yeah, in the vicinity, blending in with the crowds.
Okay. So everybody's still in the bathhouse. You would hear the running towards the front door. A moment or two of silence passes, and then you hear 3 individuals walking back, one of them saying, "I swear, when I put my hand on her shoulder, it wasn't her. It was something huge, like a big dude." And I don't know. I mean, I went to touch her shoulder, and I could have sworn I was touching abs. Like, this thing was fucking tall and muscular. And then a moment later, you hear the door towards the back of the bathhouse shut. And everything seemingly goes back to normal. Anybody doing anything? Okay. So the time passes, and Godric and Fitz, you get all of your equipment put back on. What are you doing?
Waiting.
Okay. For anything in particular?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's literally just putting my stuff on and waiting.
Okay. So you're just sitting in your bathroom, tub room, whatever it
Yeah.
may be. Okay. Fits.
Were there people standing around out there when I came in?
Yeah, so that's what all the tokens I put there are. Those are the ones that are there for the communal bathing area and saunaing.
Okay, I wasn't sure if like those were actual guests or like anybody there was a worker.
Yeah, no, those are all the guests. I did not put worker tokens on.
Okay, okay, that makes sense now. Um, are these benches in the bath or are they just like surrounding it?
They're like around it. If you stick your head out and look, you'll notice that a couple of them are actually sitting in the bath now. So it's like I described last week. It's very much like a Russian sauna house where some people sit around the edge to just get the steam. Some people actually go in the water. It's very much just a communal area, and it's kind of an anything goes type scenario, as long as you pay for it.
I'm gonna move out and sit on this bench.
Okay. Doing anything or?
I'm just kind of relaxing, waiting because we all knew it was gonna be like 3 hours.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So I figure it's pretty close, so I'm just gonna kind of sit there, relax for a while.
Okay. So some time passes, and Miss Holly, one of your attendants, comes back in, and ma'am, your time is up. If you'd please collect your belongings. As she reaches down and pulls the stopper out of the bottom of the tub for it to start draining, and bows and then leaves. About the same time, Godric, your attendant, your prize girl from back in the day, steps in. Your meeting is ready, Sir Godric, whenever you are.
I am ready now. Let's do this.
Please follow me.
And I will follow.
She will lead you into the back room, closing the door behind you. You see leaned up against the wall the gangster from earlier holding the gnome up in his shop, as well as another gnome sitting at the table and three youngish humans, two males, one female, sitting there all looking at you as you walk in.
All right. I'd probably open with a greetings.
The Let me double check my notes here. Okay. Yeah, the gnome, and to you, Sir Godric. Apparently, it's been quite some time since you've graced us with your presence. What may I be of assistance with?
Well, I apparently interfered with an interaction between your associate here and one of the shopkeepers in town.
With that, the gangster kind of perks up off the wall. Damn right you did. That was my job, and you got in the way. He holds his billy club up at you, and without your friends, you're gonna pay for it. The gnome just kind of closes her eyes and tilts her head a little bit, takes a deep breath, and goes, "Shut the fuck up. And get back against the wall." He stands there with his billy club pointed at you, and you can see the hatred in his eyes, but he lowers his billy club and takes a step back. She stands up from the table and walks around. "Apologies. Some have yet to learn their official place within the organization."
Alright. If you've got the problem, I'll be glad to go out back and we can settle this like men if you really want. In the meantime, I came to see you and apologize, and I would like to explain myself.
I'm
Walked in.
all ears.
I walked in on your associate hanging his gnome by his feet. I did not realize that this was the type of interactions that were acceptable in this town. So I instinctively interjected. Had your associate been working it out like civilized people, I would not have interfered. I'm sorry.
Make a persuasion check.
Yeah, sure. Oh no, that's not so good. No, the other one. Got the wrong guy trying to persuade here.
I find it hard to believe that one of my individuals would behave in such a manner. We have a working agreement not to bring violence upon the shopkeepers. They just won't get our protection if they don't pay. And for one who hasn't been seen for some time to declare as such, I find vulgar to the honor of my guild.
Man, look. I came looking for you as soon as I found out I was wrong. I am here apologizing to you. Do you honestly think that I would come to you, lie to you?
There's a simple way to settle this matter, and she snaps her fingers, or a finger, and the young woman gets up. She whispers something in her ear. The young woman then scoots past you, runs out the door.
I would have backed off a little.
Okay, fair enough. But she dips out the door. She goes, "My associate has gone to get the shopkeeper. I will hear from him personally. Please, either stay here or upstairs at the inn. They serve food. Just be somewhere on the presence for when he arrives."
Absolutely. I have some traveling companions with me. Is it okay if they join us?
We have business to attend in here. I'd ask you either wait out in the bathhouse or upstairs at the inn.
Well, no. I was thinking about the inn, but I just wanted to make sure you were okay with me bringing my associate.
You will be summoned when the shopkeeper arrives.
Absolutely. All right. Discuss this then. Until then, good luck with your business. Nod and step on out the door and shut it behind me.
You can hear muffled, not shouting, but definitely raised voices coming from the other side of the door as soon as you shut it.
Can I try and hear what you're saying?
Make a perception check.
Well,
You hear like every fifth word, and it's like You, punishment, out, gods. It's like it's just enough that you can pick out random words and you're out of context. Who knows? Could be going either way. Could be talking about dealing a punishment to you. Could be talking about a punishment for him. Could be talking about a punishment for the shopkeep. Nobody knows.
Alright. Well, I'd walk up to the beds.
Misty, by this point, you would have been dressed and I assume stepped out of your room.
Holly?
Miss Holly. Sorry.
I was gonna say, when did Misty get here? Alright, I'd look at those two and say, y'all seen Bennett?
Possibly, but I did not confirm it myself.
Okay, well, we've been invited to the inn upstairs for drinking food while we wait for her to gather the shopkeep. And it's right next to the straight out. So, she said you guys are more than welcome to join me if you want.
I will join you.
Oh, what's up?
Do you tell Fitz what all was said?
Yeah. Well, I'd wait until we're upstairs if you're gonna join me. Because I don't
Yeah.
want to talk about business in front of all these strangers around us. But as soon as we got to somewhere where there wasn't prying ears, yes, I would.
Okay. Godric, this is going to work out very badly for us. Basically, they are going to haul that belt in front of her, and they're going to ask him in a very specific way whether what we said happened is true or not. Now, if he says that's not true, we're screwed, but he doesn't have to worry about that. If he confirms our story, then they're going to beat him on a regular basis, probably like a redheaded mule.
Are you guys walking and talking?
Well, like I said, we're having that. I would have that discussion with him when we were
Okay. So on your way out, you see a basket, and on the front of it in common it says "Tips humbly accepted." And then Fenton, make a perception check for me.
I dropped by cop out.
I'm going to drop a gold piece.
As you step out the front of the bathhouse to go around to the side of the building to the stairs up to the inn, Fenton, you do see them exiting the bathhouse. And making their way up the stairs into the inn. Okay. Are you making contact with them, or are you just following them?
Yeah, I would go up and make contact with them. Yeah.
Okay. So the three of you are approached by a male elven commoner as you exit the bathhouse. Does he say anything?
Oh, sorry, is that the bathhouse?
Yeah.
So I would actually probably wait until they like walked away from the bathhouse door, kind
Oh.
of thing.
Well, they walked out and turned, so anywhere between the door and the stairs, you caught up with them.
Okay, perfect. I would walk up and say, "Hey guys."
And then
What's up?
we're on our way to the inn to wait and finish this discussion with the Thieves Guild leader. She summoned the shopkeep. We have to wait till he
So you get up to the inn. As you enter the inn, it's like a speakeasy for ambiance sake. It's quiet, dimly lit, very musty from all the steam and humidity of the bathhouse below it. There's a handful of patrons currently in and a dwarvish bartender. The patrons being a variety of humans, elves, dwarves, and gnomes.
Okay. Is there tables?
Of course.
Table open? Table. I should say table open for dwarves.
Yeah, there are a number of tables available throughout.
Then I'd go sit down at one of them.
Okay. Anyone in particular, or
By the door.
by the door? Okay. As the four of you sit down, the dwarf comes out from behind the bar and comes over and says, "Hey guys, what'll it be for you?" Mead? Alright. Anything for the rest of us?
Yeah. I was just going to order a round of best ale for 4 of us.
Alright,
Oh,
well,
ale sounds really good. The best one you have, please.
2 ales, a mead, and what about you, sir? Pointing at you, Fennon.
I would have taken the seat next to Fitz, and I would have leaned over and said, "Which one should I order?"
I mean, you would have had like mead and ale and that sort of stuff at Feywild, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
But you would also know that things are different here.
exactly.
It's like a Coke. It's like a Coke here versus a Coke in Georgia or Germany.
It's more of he's asking, kind of like, "Do you have a suggestion?"
Okay. All right. The way to look at it is the mead is a lighter, sweeter type of alcohol, whereas the ale is going to be a thicker, more bitter, nuanced flavor.
I'll go with the meat.
Coming right up, it'll be 2 silvers apiece. He stumbles back behind the bar, pours up a couple of flagons, brings them back, sets them down. 8 silver total, please.
I got it.
All right, thank you. My name's Lay. Just shout if you need anything else.
Yeah, thank you.
I'm
He-
sorry, what your name?
One at a time. Jeremy first.
What's your name? How do you pronounce it?
Lay.
Lay.
Like I lay with many a woman.
You can never have too many good lays.
Yeah. And what was your question, Brad?
That was my question.
Okay.
I didn't hear anything.
After collecting the coin and confirming his name, he goes back behind the bar, and you can see him doing routine bartender stuff. At that point, Jeremy, would be when you bring up your point you were making.
You realize unless we can convince this woman that whoever that gangster is incredibly dumb and bad at business, and that he's lying to her, which seems unlikely, or this is going to work out poorly for us. Best
got bigger fish to fry than the Steve's Guild. So whatever it takes to get this done and over with.
I agree.
So why don't we just hear the gnome out? If he turns on us, there's a good chance he will, since he was all pissy about us getting into his business. Uh, we'll keep the. We'll see if we can buy our way out of it.
Oh, hey, I got thrown a tree.
Good, I was looking. I don't.
I do.
Well, that right there, it's gonna seal the deal on this.
That's right. Now that I don't have to have thumb and speed second level, I can actually put a good useful spell there.
Is there anything else you guys wanted to discuss?
No, I mean, we were piecing together a plan for what we were going on, so I would say, yeah, when we get in there, let me explain that we want to use Zone of Truth to make sure nobody's lying about anything. I'm sure she won't have anything to do with that area, but I'm sure she wants to know the truth of what happened. Because I'm sure she wants us out of her hair as much as we want them out of our hair. You know, and if you go casting that willy-nilly without actually telling her, somebody catches on that you're casting a spell, then they're gonna think that we're trying to fuck them over.
Been kind of raises and awkward, dude.
What's up, dude? Speak freely here.
Let's see the truth.
I'll let Vince. He's the one who's casting it.
Basically, it's a 15-foot radius sphere centered at just wherever I point it. That's where it's going to be. And anyone that is in the spell's domain must make a charisma saving throw. On a failed save, the creature can't speak, deliver, fly, or breathe. Basically, it forces them to tell the truth, unless they lose the other save.
Probably be a good thing for them to stay out of there.
Is that the first you've heard of that spell, Brad?
Huh?
Is that the first time you've heard of that spell?
No, but Brad
Okay.
knows what it is.
Okay.
That is.
Above table, that spell would have been super awesome for you as a cleric to use on Sunday when you were trying to get out of some bullshit. And I was sitting there for like 3 weeks like, dude, you have access to Zone of Truth. But
Okay, but
as
I'm considering changing up some of my spells.
as a cleric on Sunday, you can change your spells every time you take a long rest. All of them.
Oh, I'm
Okay. But anyways, back to Friday, because we're on Friday's game. A short amount of time passes, maybe a good 15, 20 minutes. And one of the human males you had seen earlier, Godric, steps in, looks around, spots you, and goes, Tara's ready for you, Godric, if you follow me.
Come on, guys. I stand up, wave at the barkeep. That was good. Thanks, man.
Ah, you're welcome. As you turn, the guy kind of stands there, almost nose to nose with you, and then leans to the side a little bit, sees everybody else standing, goes, you were the one summoned, Godric?
I explained to her that I had companions that would be traveling with me.
Okay, well, look, I'm not going to tell them they can't come into the bathhouse. It's a public place, but when we get down there, it's just you in the back room, unless she says otherwise once you're in there. I don't want to lose my head or job.
Well, then
Fair?
we'll get that deciphered when we get down there.
All right, but you decipher that. They don't just come in. Just so we're clear. Okay.
I'm sure we're talking loud enough that you can
Oh, yeah.
that.
All right. So you make your way back down to the bathhouse. He opens the back door for you to step in, Godric, and shuts it behind you. You step in. You see the gnome shopkeep standing there next to the female thug that went to get him. There's also a tiefling in the room now. And Tara steps up and goes, this is another associate of mine. She will help us resolve this in an expedient manner. I assume you've heard of a zone of truth?
I have.
Good, then you know that you can willingly submit to it.
Yeah.
Good. My associate is going to cast a zone of truth. Just on you, my associate, as she references to the gangster from the shop, and the shop owner. The three of you will simply tell your stories of what happened under the influence of the spell, and we'll see what the truth of the matter is.
Sure. One thing I would like to add to our list of comforts. My associates are outside the door. I would like for them to join us, as they were part of this whole entire ordeal as well.
If you speak the truth, I see no reason.
See no reason they can't come in. No reason they shouldn't get. Where are you going with that?
In. Let them in. Go ahead. Open the door. Let's just get this over with. I have more important things to do.
I kind of figured. All right.
You lighting a sploof over there, Brad? You lighting a sploof over there?
Hell yeah! Save before you engage, baby.
It's to protect him from the zone of truth, because Fennin needs it.
All right. So as they're walking in, I'll look at Fitz and go. Apparently, the tiefling's going to cast the zone of truth. So no need to worry about that today, my friend.
So I know Fennin wants to be out of it. Does anybody else not want to be in it? Okay.
Holly's she's feeling iffy about it, but
It's okay. At least a couple members are here. We don't need to have everybody in here.
okay. So Miss Holly's gonna stay back with Fannin and just.
Okay.
God, I wish you could. Well, I don't want to ruin it because we're gonna go to jail. Let me stay quiet.
You see the tiefling start doing the incantation, one that you're familiar with, Fitz, and releases a zone of truth, and a golden shimmering aura kind of radiates out from her, stopping right in front of you, Fennin and Miss Holly. Godric and Fitz, are you intentionally failing your saving throw?
As in, I'm gonna let it happen. Yes.
Okay. A moment passes, and Tara looks at the tiefling. The tiefling nods. All right. It seems everybody is a willing participant. Sir Godric, please tell us what happened.
We were on our way to the magic shop to do some shopping. I looked through the window, saw the shopkeeper being hung by his feet. I rushed to his aid.
And Sir Shopkeep, from your point of perspective, what happened? And in that wonderfully cute gnomish accent that I did last week that I'm not going to try to repeat because I'll just spoof it, he retails the story of them coming in to gather the protection money and him not having it, and them begin abusing him and destroying his shop. Tara then turns to the gangster and goes, "And what do you have to say about the events?" And he is forthcoming about all of it, having also succumbed to the zone of truth. He's, well, pardon, speaking to you, Godric, pardon my redundancy, but I'm well aware that there are some artifacts out there that may protect such from a zone of truth. Triple redundancy is the best policy, especially before actions are taken in such a manner. And with that, she flips out a dagger in the blink of an eye and chucks it into the gangster's forehead. And he drops to the ground dead.
Okay.
I can.
You guys with him, can we get them into like bookmaking or racketeering? I
Wait,
think
what?
they do much better over there.
Oh, those other guys. Gotcha.
After this
I
one, paying
I
the,
like them.
I would look at you and Fitz and say, after the punishment this one just received for fucking up, I think those other two will learn their lesson.
I can assure you they will be dealt with, not as thoroughly as they were just following his orders. But I do apologize. That is not the way we handle business. And she actually pulls out a sack of coin and tosses it to the gnome shopkeep. She goes, "My apologies to you, sir. You were promised this wouldn't happen. And I am true to my word. It shall not happen again." Back to you, Godric. She looks. We're simply offering protection for when these portal beings finally make their way to the city. The crew is young. All of the elder and experienced went off to fight. Apparently, they need a little more work. Rest assured, it shall be dealt with. You have my word. And word will be spread of your goodwill, and you'll be allowed back in the shops in Harthen.
Much appreciated, man.
You can feel the zone of truth drop, and its influence over you failing.
I would say, I understand that, you serve a purpose in the economic of this city. I understand you guys have business to do, and you've already agreed to pay more attention to the crew. So I think I'm happy with the outcome here. If you are, I believe our business is concluded and we can leave you be.
Rightfully so. And of course, this is for you. She tosses you a small sack. You can add 30 gold to your inventory. I appreciate finder's fees for those who let me know when things are going wrong within my organization so they can be dealt with.
Absolutely. Thank you. All right. Well, you have yourselves a good day. And I look down at the little shopkeeper. If it's all right, we're going to swing by your shop here in a little bit. We still have that business we're looking to finish with you.
He kind of shakes his head and stutters a little bit. And he's, yeah, looks down at his legs and then down at your legs and goes, I might be a minute.
That's fine, sir. I'll let you finish up doing what you need to do here. Obviously, you're not in your shop right away, so yours won't be our first stop. I'll give you time to do what you need to do.
I'll get there eventually. It's just as fast as my legs can take me.
Fitz is trying so hard not to offer him a piggyback ride.
Did he pee himself? Is that what's going on?
No, he's comparing his foot-long legs to the rest of your 3-foot legs.
Sorry, he looked down and I'm thinking like, oh, did he pee himself now? Because God was like, we're gonna go to your shop.
No.
Guys, I'm just gonna nod. Hey, have a good day, and I'll head to the door. All right, guys, job's done. And I'm gonna head out.
Okay.
Out. Assuming that everybody's following me.
Yep, I'm gonna put you all back on the world map here.
Alright, no sneaky underhandedness needed. Job settled. We can go back to shopping. Look at Miss Holly. Would you like to go shopping, Miss Holly?
Yes, that's what I've been waiting for. I was born for this.
So you all make your way back over.
Back to the bird.
Go ahead.
Look at Bennett real quick as we walk by the bird last night and be like, Bennett, you might want to check this out later.
Oh yeah,
Catch up.
you too. I gotta go pick up my new underling.
Wait, what?
It was discussed last week. Anyways, so you guys all make your way back to the market district, and you notice this time as you walk through, word has already spread. The shopkeepers nod at you as you walk by, and some even invite you in to see what things they have. Where are you going first?
Can you take that 30 gold, throw it in the party sheet, and split it?
I sure can. Rub-a-dub-a-dub.
As we're walking, I pass out distributed the gold. We're pretty good. It wasn't just me who discovered that issue, so
7 each, and 2 will carry over next time.
Thank you, Roger. You didn't have to do that.
All right. So
like I said, we're a team. We work together.
with the exception of Sid's shop, because it's going to take him a minute to get back, everything is open to you. Where would you like to go first? Or do you just want me to go through them one by one, and if you want anything, otherwise we'll move on?
We can start with the apothecary, because that was our second stop.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you enter Frecky's apothecary. In front of you is a human female. Oh, hi. Sorry about before. Hopefully you understand. I'm sure you do, given the news that's passed around. Welcome to my shop. Take a look around. Let me know if you need anything. Keep in mind on the shop inventories, you can click on them to see what I've put there. That's not an all-inclusive list. So if there's something not on there that you want, let me know, and we'll see if it's available.
Right off the bat, 2 of those potions.
Okay, that's 500 gold.
I need potions of healing as well.
Okay, so if you click the little green dot for the apothecary, Pam, you can see how many of which ones they have and how much they cost.
Why can't I see it?
Hold on.
Oh, no, never mind. I was looking in the other thing. Potion of climbing, is that really what it is for climbing?
Yep.
I'm buying that. I'm buying that. Wait.
I'm sorry.
So The climbing one, Pam, acts as you gain a climbing speed equal to your walking speed for 1 hour. During that time, you have advantage on strength athletic checks you make in order to climb.
Yeah, no, never mind. Let's do the potion of fire breath in case we run into a beloved dragon. So I'm interested in that one.
Just one?
Shit. Let me see how much money I have before I go crazy. Because you know me, I like to go shopping and then I'm broke. Let me get two of those. We'll do
Don't
two of
forget
those.
we got a magic shop we're planning on going to, and we're looking to.
Yeah, and I need ammo too.
Yeah.
I'll just grab two because fire breath, dragon. If that happens, we need that, and then just regular potion of greater healing. I'll take two of those as well.
I'm gonna look at you, Miss Holly, and say you're getting good at this.
So that's
Not everything else.
2,200 total.
Okay. Is there any discount?
No.
I
After what we just went through, that doesn't surprise me.
Okay, so let me deduct that from all my stuff, and I'm officially broke. That's it from the shop for me. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Oh shit.
Anybody else need anything from here?
Nothing I can
Yeah.
afford.
I'm gonna grab one of these.
I'm gonna look at Godric and say, Fitz and say, is there anything that you want? I can get it for you.
Yeah, see, the problem is the thing I want is the staff of healing, and I am 4,500 gold short.
Wait, how much? And she's gonna choke a little.
4,500, so it's a little out of my grasp right now. Maybe we go hunt down a couple dragons and their hordes.
I'm gonna look at him and say, I love you, but I don't even have that much money. So we're not doing this.
Yeah,
No.
you know.
No. No. Never mind. Godric, is there anything you like?
I got what I needed.
Spend anything you want, anything.
I'm gonna pick up a couple of things.
Ooh, fine.
Bitch, you might want to read that staff down, buddy.
You know, I gotta say that purple worn poison seems interesting. That's me.
First thing I want to pick up is two of the poisoner kits.
Okay.
First thing I want to pick up.
I'm putting this stuff in your inventory, and then you just have to subtract the gold. So that's 100 gold.
Okay, so let me
That's
look at
nothing,
these
but no.
tones here real quick. I'll take two of those drought poisons. What is this basic vial? Does that go with the poison?
The poison, comma, basic vial. It's just a basic poison.
Oh, it's just okay. It's just a basic poison.
Yeah, it's so the basic poison. It's a DC 10 con save, or they take poison damage. The drow poison, it's a DC 13, or they're poisoned for 1 hour. And if they fail by 5 or more, they fall unconscious. So each poison has a different characteristic to it. The basic one is the easiest one to pass a saving throw on, and then as you move up, it gets harder.
I'll take both of those assassin's gloves.
You're keeping track of your gold, right?
Yeah. That's fine. Stay on.
Okay.
While he's figuring out his gold real quick, 4 of the potions of flying.
Yeah, I'm gonna pick up a couple of those too. I'll do 3 of those. Hey, slow down.
Where the hell did it go?
Dog's over here like, bleh.
Okay. You said you're gonna do 3 of those, Fennin?
Yeah. And then I think that might be it for me.
Okay. Fitz, anything for you?
No.
Okay.
No, this is way too overpriced.
The
I got champagne taste.
the shop owner goes, well, there is a war going on. Prices go up.
Get it.
But if that's all, she bids you a good day and apologizes again for her behavior before, and safe travels. Where would you like to go to next?
Across the street. Going to Finn's.
Finn's Fletchery. You walk in and Finn is there in front of you. I don't have character details, so it's just Finn. The walls are lined with bows and arrows of numerous varieties, shapes, sizes, and details.
Miss Holly, you needed munitions.
What kind of ammo, ma'am?
I'm gonna look at her like confused. You know, for this, and I'm gonna take out my crossbow. Like this
Uh,
crossbow.
Pam, you know you have 40 crossbow bolts, right?
It's never not a good time to have, and I have money right now.
Okay. I'm just making sure you
I
know.
mean, if anything, we can put a stash on the ship.
Yeah, exactly. How much for? I don't know. How much does a
Pack of 20 crossbow bolts will run you 7 gold.
okay? Let me have 2 packs.
Okay, 14 gold.
Yes, thank you.
And you're handy with a bow. Or anything you need while we're here, bud.
I'm looking. I don't know what walloping arrows are. I was trying to pull them up.
Walloping arrows. A creature hit by the ammunition must succeed on a DC 10 strength saving throw or be knocked prone. Basically, they're lead core arrows, so they just hit a little harder on impact.
When you like the arrow +1, is that like for a stack of 20 or 1 arrow?
So that is per arrow, and they have 5 of each in stock. And then they have two of the arrows of slaying. These specifically are. Where's my note?
We don't have access to the information on any of the arrows.
Oh, that's weird.
Apparently, they're a module that we don't have access to. Walloping is Xanatar's guide to everything.
We were having issues with that on Sunday too.
Plus one is Dungeon Masters. And plus two is Dungeon Masters.
Yeah, all these are a little expensive for my taste. Let's see how much they charge for regular arrows.
Hold on 1 second. There you go. There should be 2 more modules for you guys to load, and then you should be able to see them. He does sell regular arrows. A pack of 20 arrows will run you 5 gold.
Pack of 20 arrows would run 5 gold.
Yep.
Um,
You've got 100 currently.
I will pick up another 100, which
25 gold.
20, 25 gold.
Yep. The arrows of slaying, the shopkeeper is not sure what they are specific for, but the person he bought them from said they were dragon slaying arrows.
Just to be safe. Not gonna help.
You believe him.
Let me see.
5,000 gold apiece.
Yeah, nope. Not gonna happen. Sorry, guys.
Okay. Anything else from this shop? Okay. Where you want to go next?
On to the next.
Anybody need anything at the leatherworking shop? No, let's get this. Okay. I know me and Fitz are in plate and Miss Holly is clothware, so we're gonna skip the leatherworker shop. Is there a weapon shop?
That would be the metallurgy, as far as metal weapons goes.
I know what I forgot to ask.
Oh, there repairs, trades, and sells weapons, armor. Okay, then yeah, we need definitely to make the pit stop by the
Okay.
metallurgy shop.
What'd you have, Brad?
I was gonna see. I meant to ask the alchemy shop or whoever that shop was that we first went to if they had any flasks of oil.
Yeah, we carry oil. How much are you looking for?
It's a good question. What's the price running on them right now? That'll tell me how much I'm looking for.
So they sell a pint of oil goes for 5 silver each. If you wanted a barrel of oil, it would run you 20 gold, and that'd give you about 50 pints worth.
Basically like 50 flasks, pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll pick up one of those. Be safe.
Which one? I gave you 2 options.
The barrel. So what I would do
Yeah.
is
Okay. How many are you looking for?
I'm gonna say 20, maybe 30. I don't know how much the partner breakdown. That might be what I might be spending.
She'll sell you the flasks for a silver apiece. It's 15 gold for the barrel of oil. And then flasks she'll sell you for a silver apiece. She's got 6 in stock.
I'll buy all 6 of them.
Okay. So that'll be 6 silver for the flasks.
I'll just give her 1 gold piece for it, just to make it even.
Okay.
This math says hard. My brain's not working very well.
Okay. All right. So you were making your way up to the metallurgist list next.
Yep.
Okay.
Got it.
I don't have a whole lot listed there, so what are you in the shop for?
First and foremost, I have half plate and a great sword. Everything's been identified the last time we had things identified, right?
Should have been, yeah.
Okay. Just making sure, because if that's the case, this great sword and half plate are plain, so I'm
They
hoping
are.
to sell them.
Yeah, he'll give you 600 gold for both.
I'll take it.
All right.
Take them off and
I got him off. I got him off for you.
okay.
Anybody else? Anything?
Fitz?
I already ordered everything I need for the metallurgist.
Okay.
And as you glance over to the furnace, you can see the horse-shaped plates starting to be worked out. He's already started working on your project.
I think the rest of this stuff is for the magic shop. I got a bunch of stuff to sell off, but I think it would fall into the magic category.
Probably.
Javelins and
Yeah, anything with a plus or a name is magical, and he won't touch it. Okay.
all right.
So you leave the metallurgist. The gnome is not back. Sid is not back at his shop yet. As you all kind of look around, you notice a shop a little ways down the road that was not there the last time you were. It is a tattoo parlor.
Time to wait, so go check it out. Well, that place looks interesting. Let's go check it out.
As you step in, a very gypsy-looking forest gnome is sitting on top of the counter, just covered head to toe in tattoos, smoking a pipe. Just, hi there. Super crusty old voice. What, you here for cosmetic or one of the specials?
Well, I can be honest with you. I have never been in a tattoo shop before. I don't know if I would know much about special ones or not. So, enlighten me, good sir.
I'm not a sir, I'm a ma'am.
Ma'am.
She puts the pipe in her mouth and, like, rolls backwards, like somersaults off the back, disappearing behind the desk. And she walks around and she goes, well, it's real simple, see? Takes a long draw of her pipe. So we got the cosmetic tattoos, right? Those are the ones that just make you feel good about yourself. They look pretty. It's what 99% of all mine are. You know, something to display your heritage or your valor or your honor, whatever it may be. You know, some representation. But then we got the special ones. The special ones, let's see, what kind of example? Oh, here, I'll just... Give me 1 second. I'm trying to find one that I can use right now to show you. There you go. Or you got ones like this, and she slaps her hand over a tattoo of a sun on her forearm, and as she does so, a blinding light fills the shop, and I actually think everybody needs to make a saving throw. Give me a second. Hold on. Nope, no saving throw. But she holds her arm up, and Fitz, you would recognize this as the daylight spell, illuminating from her hand. You all kind of shield your eyes from the sudden change in light, and then a moment later, it's gone as she waves it off. Just that's a spell rot tattoo, is what that is. You can put anything in it. It holds a spell up to 5th level, above table. Yeah, we got all sorts. We got spell rots. We got a Lifewell tattoo, the Eldritch Claw, the Blood Fury, the Ghost Step, Shadowfell brand.
You happen to have a steed one?
A what?
Steed. Like steed. Summon steed.
I don't think we have anything that specific, but the spell rot tattoo could definitely hold a spell like that.
So the spell rot ones is, just to make sure I understand, that's where basically you have the tattoo and you put the spell into it yourself and then it holds it. Till you
Correct.
cast it, right? Okay. And like you could leave it in there for weeks or whatever. It's not like something you have to
Yeah.
cast.
Yeah, it's not like Rune Carver where it goes away every time you take a long rest. This will stay there.
Okay.
It does count as a casting of the spell. So you burn a spell slot to put the spell in the tattoo, and then it stays there until you release it.
But is
And
it
then
a spell that you have to know?
somebody needs to cast the spell. I don't cast the spells. I just do the tattoos.
I look at this and I go, can you cast Find Steed on one of those things?
Okay, so this is the question, the DM question.
I'm looking up. I know where you're going with it. I'm looking up the detail right now.
I'm thinking screw going to buy horses. Let's get one of these tattoos and we'll just, the night before we have to go somewhere, you cast your spell into it and we all got our own steed.
Where is?
Whole army of Sir Fluffy Butts charging down the hill.
I don't like where this is going.
Hey, I didn't ask for a tattoo shop. You gave it to us. I'm just taking full advantage of it.
For the sake of, I don't want to have to run for Sir Fluffy Butts. I am going to pull the DM card and say that since he is the one casting the spell, can only have one steed at a time.
What if we negotiate and they're not fluffy butts, they're just standard? Something we can ride. That way we don't have to store them, we don't have to feed them. They don't have to have any special attachments. They're just rideable.
Either that or you can actually just make up a tattoo
could do that.
summons a horse.
Yeah,
It's just
that's all I'm looking for. I wasn't looking for fuzzy bucks. I mean, that'd be awesome, and I'd fucking take one in a heartbeat.
This is a board table question that might change a lot of people's minds. Do these require attunement?
They do not.
I mean, above table, I'm aware of their, I think they were called sciatic tattoos in the past,
Mm-hmm.
but I never did any work with them. So, they act like scrolls, permanent scrolls on your skin.
Essentially, yeah. Okay, so I will I will homebrew for you guys a summon steed tattoo that will specifically summon a riding horse. Give me 1 second. Let me make sure I got the right horse there. Yeah, a riding horse. Hold on. Now I'll give you guys draft horses. Couple extra hit points.
And they can carry us.
They will be able to carry you. They will only get 1 attack per turn. Standard horse rules apply. The tattoos are gonna run 600 gold each.
I'm taking the gold off of one right now. Right out the gate. One for me for sure. Who else wants one?
I mean, I'm definitely, if I heard you right, you get ghost step tattoo.
Yeah.
So I will definitely be getting one.
Okay, hold on 1 second here.
Miss Holly.
You're muted.
If you'd like to get matching tattoos, Holly.
Yeah, what about you too, Step Valley?
A little one I can do.
if you want one, you can have one.
A little one.
Oh, I'm not sure exactly how big or little these things are, but it'll allow you to summon a steed when you need it.
Brad, you're aware of the ghost step tattoo and what it does? Or do you need me to read it off for you?
How much are they? For a small one?
Hold on, Pam.
Sorry.
It's basically the same thing as the ghost step tattoo, just no attunement.
No, the ghost step tattoo does require attunement.
Okay, so that's why I was asking about
Some do, some don't.
okay. That changes things a little bit.
The ghost step tattoo is 15,000 gold.
Yeah, that's definitely a weapon thing.
So, Pam, the find steed tattoo, which will allow you to summon a horse once per long rest, is 600 gold. The tattoo would be like a chest piece, like that size, but you can get it anywhere you want on your body, and it'll be like a tribal horse design, sort of.
Okay, no, I'm fine. Thank you.
I'll cover it. You'll take it, I'll cover it.
It's not about the money. I just don't like the design of it.
Okay.
If it was a bat or something, sure, but this tribal looking thing, it ain't my vibe.
The old tattoo artist speaks up. You could just put it on your butt cheek so nobody could see it.
Oh, they'll see it, sweetheart. They'll see it.
Ah, well.
So
You
they
put
just swallow your bag.
I could put it on the bottom of your foot. You know, the point is, if you don't want it seen, there's places it can go.
The bottom of my foot.
Yeah, it's not like a real tattoo. It doesn't hurt.
You know what? Let's do that.
All right, so that's 2 fine steeds. And what about you, sir? Pointing at you, Fennin.
You got it, or you want me to pick it up? Because I offered.
You know, this is really hard. When I see you over there smiling, I know exactly where I'm going to go with that. Because now I'm between a rock and a hard place.
I honestly have no idea what you're thinking right now.
I wanted it, but that tattoo artist has to touch me.
Oh, I didn't even think of that.
Well, that's just being honest. So, I don't know that Benny would be able to get one.
Miss Holly, you got to? Can you cover yours, or I offered? I'm more than willing to. I need to know if I should take the money for that off of my sheet or not.
I got it. I got it. Thank you.
Okay.
It's 600 gold, and I put them in the party sheet for the 2 of you. And then Godric, give yourself the find steed spell. Pam, I'll put it. I'm putting it on your sheet for you, Pam.
Okay.
That being said, you need to adjust it so you can only use that spell once per rest.
Okay.
I'm taking care of yours, Pam. You don't have to worry about it.
Oh, thank you. Why does my stuff look weird? Is it because you're touching it?
Yeah.
Got it. There we go. Thank you.
All right, Brad, what you got?
So I'm going to do it. However, when I hand over the money, because it's 600, right?
Yeah.
I'll hand over an extra 600. Well, let me ask this first. Does this seem like a kind of a, I don't want to say a shady establishment, but the don't ask, don't tell kind of establishment?
Make an insight check.
You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah. No, I got you.
Does it get advantage on that because the proprietor is a hippie gnome who's sitting there smoking weed with everybody?
She's not a hippie. She's a gypsy. There's a difference.
Which country you originated from?
You get the idea that this isn't one of the nicest places in town, but she does her best to serve her clientele.
Alright, well, I'm gonna go out on my own here.
Like there's no gangbangers hanging out up front, but you don't really know.
So I'll pay her the 600, and then I will slip her another 600
Okay.
and whisper to her, for your discretion.
Of course.
And then, yeah, I'll do mine on the forum.
Okay. So she will ask the 3 of you to hold out whatever part of your body you would like the tattoo on. Fennin, just add. I put the tattoo in the party sheet for you. I already put the spell on your actions tab. It's under your ranger actions effects. It's already coded for once per rest. But she'll ask the 3 of you to hold out whatever part of your body you want the tattoo on. And then she will pull a needle off of her desk and just lightly hold the tip against that part of your body. And she just kind of sits there and stares at it and looks up at, we'll say Godric's going first. Holds it and looks at you. So, you guys come around here often or first time? She's just sitting there holding the needle up against your arm.
I'm gonna say, does it hurt?
You don't feel anything, Godric.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm a Goliath. I'm sure she's not. She doesn't believe that bad boy.
As you make the joke and look down, you see the needle like melting into a black ink like substance, and the ink soaks into your skin in the shape of a horse and becomes a
No, not
tattoo.
at all. That doesn't bother. That doesn't bother me at all. But, no, actually, I mean, I spent many a year here in town. To answer your question, and I've been away for a few.
Oh.
Um,
Well, welcome back. She's moved on to Fennin, doing his forearm at this point. I'm new here myself. I came from a world away, you could say.
Is Fenton second in line, by the way?
Yeah, you're getting your forearm done right now.
So he's gonna like wince and be like, as she's doing it.
She go, "Oh, shut up! I know you don't feel anything." You watch as the needle melts into your skin in the shape of a horse. All right, you dearie. Looking at you, Miss Holly. You really want yours on the bottom of your foot? Just keep in mind you have to touch it in order to activate it. She pulls the needle out and holds it up to you.
No, I don't want it there.
You're muted.
I'm not muted.
Okay, you weren't coming through.
Sorry. This is in the back of my neck.
Okay. She'll have
you
you.
got one on the side of your neck already. You can put one on the other side if you even it out.
If
No, I don't want to look like a gangster.
if you wouldn't mind kneeling for me, dear, and just pick up your hair.
Yes.
You
She.
far away. We've actually done some traveling through different planes of existence.
Is Holly in pain?
No, not at all. You can't even feel her touching you.
I'm gonna be like, and then I'm gonna look at God and say,
I got a cure wounds when we're done if it hurts you that bad.
She goes, I don't know anything about planes other than, the stories my great-grandpappy used to tell me way back in the day. I'm from the Grove over in East Marconia. Don't know if you've heard of it.
Okay.
Little backwoods type place.
Marconia, we've been. As a matter of fact, we were just there.
Yeah, it's a shithole.
interesting.
As she finishes up with your tattoo, Miss Holly, she lets you know that you're good to go. Well, it's been lovely. Anything else I can help you with? Maybe some nice cosmetic ones? Tell of your heroic deeds to those who witness you.
Still have a couple questions about the spell route tattoos.
Oh, yeah. What can I do for you?
Okay, so from what I understand, basically you put it on, I put the spell in, and then after I use it, the tattoo is just gone.
Hold on. Let me read it again.
Yeah, he wants to know, is it a scroll that keeps away, or is it a vial that he can refill?
That is a good question.
Getting from the reading.
I will say it's a vial you refill.
Okay, what's that?
Well, it depends on how strong you want it to be.
Level 4.
Level 4. Those runs run about 5,500 gold.
Okay, never mind.
Maybe a lesser one is more within your budget.
No, 4's the one I need.
My pleasure. If you ever change your mind, you know where I'm at.
Are you close, buddy?
Well, the problem is we haven't even hit the magic shop. I mean, I could afford it, but it completely wipe me out, pretty much. So if we go to the magic store and I don't spend every single penny I have and everything I can beg, borrow, and steal, I might come back here and think about it then.
We're open till a few hours past the midnight bell, so you've got plenty of time.
Well, I will let you know, Vincent. You know, I don't, I'm not gonna go broke over it, but if you need some help, I got some coins. I'll be glad to help you with it.
I appreciate that. Like I said, let's see. You know, first let's take a look at the magic shop, see what all it has.
Absolutely. I'm hopefully going to make some coins when we go there as well. So.
All right. Anything else from the tattoo shop for you guys?
No. Sounds like we may return, depending on funding we have for the magic shop.
She's open well into the evening, just like any good tattoo shop is. Bids you farewell and see you soon. And as you step out, you see Sid reaching up to unlock his door and open up his shop and walk in.
So we're going.
So you step in, and Sid just finishing cleaning up. It appears he was working on it when they came and retrieved him. He's just organizing the last of some scrolls on a shelf. Ah, waiting for me, you were, I see.
Oh, we got some shopping to do while we waited.
Ah, well, that's good. Well, now that this morning's debauchery is over with, my name's Sid. Welcome to Sid's Scry and Scrolls. Identification is 25 gold per item. I sell everything you can see on the shelves, and might buy as long as there's a known magical property to the item you have. What can I help you with?
Well, first and foremost, I have quite a few magical items. I was hoping you could look over and see if you'd be interested in purchasing. And then once I have a coin in my pocket, I may be interested in returning some of those coins.
All right, well,
Fine.
let's see what you got. Which items are you looking at selling?
I'm just going to go down the list here.
Okay.
Lightning battle axe,
Okay.
plate armor +1,
Okay.
and scroll of lesser restoration
Okay.
+3 spear,
Okay.
vicious javelin.
Okay.
Looks like that's it.
Okay. 40 gold for the scroll.
Okay.
Deal or no deal?
It's just a scroll. Deal.
Okay. Let's go ahead and add 40 gold. Or if you want to keep track of the totals and then do it at the end.
I got it.
Give you 700 for the vicious javelin.
Are you taking the items off?
Yeah, I'll take the items off. That way you only have to worry about the math. So,
I'm worried about the math down here.
700 for the javelin. Good.
Yeah.
Okay. The plate armor will be 700 as well.
Sure.
An even 100 gold for the lightning battle axe. Couldn't hear you there, bud.
I said, let me look at it real quick.
Okay.
There's nothing special about the lightning battle axe?
So that was Yurndra's standard battle axe, and then when you guys were in the Feywild, the lightning was put into it with some stonework. It's basically a runic addition. It's not a magical enchantment.
Oh, okay.
It's still considered magical but it's rune magic, not arcane magic, so it's not as expensive. If the basically if the rune gets ruined, the lightning goes away and it's just a battle axe. Is essentially how that works.
Yeah.
Okay. The spear is 4,000 gold.
Yeah, I'll take it.
And this is what happens when you don't find a good magic shop for 70 episodes.
That's right.
All right. Let's do all the selling. Does anybody else have anything they want to sell to this guy?
No.
I would like to see what he'd offer for the Sentinel shield.
Pretty good shield there, buddy.
450. Sorry. 450. Jed said it about 450.
How about the Vicious Glaive?
Was that a deal on the shield, or are you going to hold off for a second?
Oh, I'm gonna keep the shield.
Okay. The glaive... give you 800 for.
I'll do that.
Okay. I got the item removed. Just adjust your inventory or your gold. Anything else? 800, yeah. So
Anything on the Solar Dragon scales?
well, these are special items, but they're not magical, so I don't deal in them, unfortunately. They are impressive to look at, though. Never seen them this orangish red color.
They're very pretty. That's all I have.
Okay. Fennon, do you have anything?
No.
Okay. Then we will move into the purchasing order. Who's up first? Keep in mind that list isn't all inclusive. If there is something you were looking for, let me know. I'll tell you if it's there or not.
I want the pipe of smoke monsters.
50 gold.
You know that was put there just for
It was.
I would like the best of disappearance.
Okay, hold on. One at a time here. Let's see. Pipe. Okay. So that is 50 gold fits, and I've got that in your inventory.
Unfortunately, I was looking up magic items and I found several that were really cool just to find out that they are not actual magic items. They're just like
Oh, what are they? Oh, they're like they're homebrewed?
I think so. Yeah, like can't find them anywhere else other than this list.
They're probably homebrewed then.
Like
Okay, get.
gauntlets of smiting. Its smite attack gets +1 attack and +2 damage.
Yeah, that's not a thing here.
And then the other thing was bracers of aura dilation. Adds up to 30-foot to aura radius.
Not a thing.
That's all I've really found.
Yeah, I could almost tell you just by the names that those were some homebrew for paladins
Well, it's like on a
stuff.
1,001 cheap magic items.
I don't think I would make either of those items cheap. Those are pretty good shit. So, anything else you were in the market for though, Fitz?
No, not really. Anything else I want is just going to be obscenely expensive.
Well, now might be the time to spend your money.
We might not live to see another chance.
I have my above table, my life, I have always been of the opinion money is meant to be spent. It's just me.
I guess the only other thing I'd pick at home is either a cloak of protection better than +1 or rune protection better than +1.
They have +1s, but that's it. Nothing stronger, unfortunately. Mike, you're gonna have to fight Brad for the dust, because he did mention that first.
Mike, if you want it, thank you, buddy.
Okay.
Okay, that's 400.
Yeah, I've already taken it up and put it on my list. I missed him asking about it.
It's all good. Anybody else? Anything?
Oh, I'm looking for some stuff. Yeah, give me 2 seconds.
Oh, take your time. This is your guys' shopping episode, so take as little or as much time as you want.
I can. No. Good. You don't happen to have any magic rope, do you?
Actually, I do. So this here, he pulls out 60 feet of rope and like sets it on the counter. This is a rope of climbing, and there it is. It can hold massive amounts of weight, and if you hold one end and say the command word, which is climb, of course, above table as a bonus action, the other end will start moving towards whatever destination you choose. It moves 10 feet on your turn when you first command it, and an additional 10 feet on each of your turns until it reaches the destination, up to 60 feet away, or until you tell it to stop. You can also tell it to fasten itself, or unfasten itself, knot or unknot itself, or to coil itself for carrying. It costs 500 gold.
Take one.
It is in your inventory.
I cannot think of anything else magical I have. With a, if I have a +1 shield, does it require magic to get it to go up to like a 2?
Yeah, that'd be enhancing the current spell.
Can that be done?
Not by me. I don't put the enchantments on the items. I just trade in enchanted items. You need a pretty powerful wizard for that kind of stuff.
Oh, okay. Wasn't sure, just thought I'd ask.
Yeah, no, not a problem. Questions are free. But yeah, the only wizards I know of, there's one up at the Arcane Institute that might enhance enchantments for some gold, and you know, there's always the rumors about ones living in the mountains as hermits, and occasionally they do some work like that, but it's all rumors. I can't say either way if they actually exist.
Appreciate the information. I will actually throw him a couple silver pieces to thank you for the information.
I appreciate it.
There is one other thing I'd like to see if he has.
Yeah, what's that?
It's called the Devotee Sensor. It's a magical flail.
1 second while I look that up. He does have one other type of enchanted rope, Godric. It's in the chat box. He gives you the below table description of it. That one is 2,400 gold for 30 feet.
How much is that one?
What did I just say? 2,400 gold?
4?
Yeah.
Yep, throw it in there.
Alright. You and your fucking rope. It's in your inventory. So Fitz, you give a broad description of this flail based off religious readings and whatnot. He goes, hold on. And he runs back into the back room, and you can hear things like moving and boxes being shuffled, and he comes out with this like super old rusty looking flail. He sets it down and goes, I think this might be what you're looking for. It very much does not look like the weapon of legend that you recall. It looks like an old rusted piece of crap found in the mud.
I want to lay my hand on it.
As you lay your hand on it, all of the rust and dirt and debris fall off of it. And it looks brand new. It is a silver handle with silver and gold inlaid links, and the head is of golden design. And now it looks like the item of legend that you recall.
And how much are you asking for this relic?
Oh, I think 5,000 gold is a fair thing.
I think if
Make a persuasion check.
I'm good at that. I can do it.
You're only as good as the dice let you be.
No, that'll piss me off.
Maxed out my charisma and rolled nothing but ones on persuasion checks.
Just thinking about it. Oh, skill. I have plus 10 on this.
How do you get a plus 10?
Because I have plus 5 for my 20 charisma and then 5 for 50.
5 for you. Yeah. 4,500 gold. I'll take 500 off for the cleaning. That's what I said, yep.
You know what? This could save some lives, so yes, I will. I'll give him 4,500.
The sensor is in your inventory. That does require attunement, if I recall. Yeah, it does. And were you looking to get rid of that rod you've been beating people with?
Oh, absolutely not. This sensor isn't for hurting people. This is for its healing power.
Just a businessman. I know a good deal when I see one.
I appreciate that. I do. And the fact that this might very well save some lives. Yeah, I think that is about all the more damage you can do to me.
Okay. I'm gonna unclick that attunement. You have to wait until you do a short or a long rest for that.
Oh, here, I just do it now before I forgot.
Okay, fair enough. I'll re-click it for you.
Yeah,
All right.
the nice thing about this, it does a 15-foot cone around it.
Mm-hmm.
It's 1d4 per
I
round.
I had never heard of it before I read it while I was having Godric read that rope. But yeah, that's something.
Not much, but that will get somebody up.
How
Instead of them dying.
how many times could 1d4 have saved one of your asses?
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking. I can't afford the staff of healing, and it wouldn't do me any good anyway.
No.
But now, if God forbid Godric goes down, I can get him up again.
Facts. Anything else anybody's in the market for?
Buddy, if I go down, we're fucked.
I know. That's why I spent $4,500 to get you back up. This is just a defibrillator for the real healer.
I like it.
Anybody
I'm done
else?
at the medic.
Okay.
Remember, you already have the monocle increase.
Mm-hmm.
But that lets me see things as they fall.
He does not have either of those.
One thing he has a reputation for is probably very low speed.
But yeah,
But it is a magic shop. You never know.
Or it might be the kind of thing where they make you take it out in a bag. And he won't let you open it.
yeah, that's like that. I think.
All right. If that is all, you guys say your fond farewells and depart the shop. Anywhere you would like to go next?
Heading to the stables.
We need to go to the stables now.
Okay. You head over to the stables. A dark-skinned human male steps forth from shoveling some manure. He goes, "Hey, how can I help you?"
Two horses and supplies.
Horses are 1,500 gold each. What kind of supplies do you need for them?
Saddles, reins, maybe food for a month. They
Right.
does it cover horses?
They do not have saddles. So I'm going to go ahead and say bit and bridles and saddles are included in the 1,500 gold.
Okay.
Did you want the horses shoed? It's an extra 100 gold apiece.
Okay.
So that'll be 3,200 gold.
Already on. Already paid.
All right. Need about a half an hour to get them shoed, or do you want them delivered somewhere?
Yeah, you deliver them, and I'll give them the dock number for the Lyra.
All right. They'll be there within an hour.
Lyra. Perfect. I know we spent money on the tattoos for ourselves, but in the off chance, Misty or one of your crew members needs to go somewhere in a hurry. When I had thoughts of purchasing mounts, I intended on picking a couple extra out for the basic.
Or if your steeds died and you still got somewhere to go.
Yeah, I mean, because we got 4 or 5 months. So
Didn't you want to go to like Taylor or something for sale? Probably the leather worker, maybe.
Godric had mentioned going to a clothing shop, I think, to get more vestments.
sales. I have my
Sales.
robes and I have my clothes.
That's right.
Plus we got boxes.
So for sales, you'd have to go to the sale rate, which is up by the docks. Everything ship related. So that's where you would buy like your ballistas, your bongonels, your sails, your anchors, all that fun stuff.
If nobody has anything personal-wise left, head to the docks and finish up our ship.
How much was that tattoo?
It was the level 4, right?
Yeah.
I don't remember what I said. I think I said 5,500.
Sounds right.
I'm just coding that, so you guys are going to the shipwright.
Yep.
Okay. It's very clearly a sailor that is there when you walk in. So now, what can I get for you?
Order second set of sails for Leroy.
Okay. 50 gold.
Alright. Anchor and change. Didn't we still need anchor and change?
Yes, we do still need an anchor.
You did.
Change.
We got ballistables, right?
Thank you.
Ballistables, we have 8. I think 8 should be.
Jeremy, I put the spell rot tattoo under the always on section and set it for once per rest. What you'll have to do when you load a spell into it is just click after the 4th level and type what the spell is. That way, when it's loaded, we know what's loaded.
Okay, so like
Yeah, so you see where it says spell rot tattoo 4th level?
yeah.
You just click in that box and then... Yep, just like that.
Okay. Alright, I got you.
Just so we know what spell is loaded. So when the time comes to use it, you can't be like, oh, no, it was actually this. You know, not that you would, but, yeah. Let's see. An anchor... Anchor will run you 60 gold. How much chain do you need? It's 10 gold. It's a gold per foot.
What would be the average chain per ship our size?
Most ships carry 50 to 100 feet. It just depends on where you're going to be setting anchor.
Okay, let's do 100. Gold piece a foot.
Yep, so 100 gold.
Okay. Got anchor sails. We got chains and anchors. We have 8 ballistas.
You've got 8 ballista bolts total currently.
You don't happen to stock special ballistables, do you?
No, just the standards. There's a Fletcher in town, though. He might be able to adjust them to pack a little extra punch.
Okay.
Or, you know, swap out the arrow tip for a hook tip, or... You know, I don't know what you're doing with them, but he'd be the guy to talk to. We just sell them.
Looking at taking on some dragons.
Well, best of luck to you with that. Make sure it doesn't know you came from here.
Alright. Alright, barrels of water. Did we cover that? Or covered in conversation we had.
That's covered in the conversation.
Okay. Because I was thinking about buying 5 barrels. Take
Yeah.
on some extra miles, so.
Nope, you don't gotta worry about food or water.
Alright,
You do see advertisements for the siege weaponry. Additional ballistas are 400 gold each. a mangonel runs 600 gold, and that just launches large stones. If you want to purchase them, they're 20 gold each. Otherwise, you can get your own.
We got somebody for that. We got Trevor.
The stones are 20 gold apiece if you just wanted to buy some.
According to conversation, we got 5, right? So,
No, he used all of them.
no. The conversation I had with the
Did he? Probably.
bishop, he offered 5 rocks for Trevor.
Should probably take notes when we have conversations.
Okay, so what we talked about, it says...
Yeah, no, I remember it.
Drinks,
Yeah.
refill the ship with 5 rocks, and then there should be a box. Alright. So, the only other thing I can see on the Lear's inventory is we have 32 bottles of perfume innerts.
Mm-hmm.
Would there be somewhere in town that would be interested in purchasing that?
Yeah, right next door to the clothing shop is a perfumery, or whatever the fuck it's called.
Would the crew have any objections in getting rid of some of that? Holly, Fitz, Bennett. I'll even throw it in for UDM with the crew.
They don't care.
Yeah, this doesn't sound like something I care.
Okay. They're gonna
Miss Holly
they're
has no objections then.
they're gonna go for 2 gold a piece. Do you want me to party sheet that? It's 64 gold.
Police say clear perfume, right?
Yeah.
Police say like 2 or 3 gold.
How many? 2? Okay. All right. Even 16 gold to everybody from those. While in the perfume shop, you see an advertisement for a perfume that promises to persuade individuals of like mind and lesser intelligence upon smelling it.
I want that.
They are there's 4 vials on the shelf. They are 60 gold apiece.
I want to.
Okay, mark 100 gold.
So, like-minded intelligence, does that mean like they have to have the same intelligence as us?
Of like mind and lesser intelligence.
So less intelligence than us.
So she can get some cronies. Is what that means.
Like that.
Above table, that's the item. Pam already bought 2. No takesies, backsies. All sales are final.
I'm not gonna return it. I'm a shopper. Who do you think I am?
While wearing it, you get advantage on all charisma checks directed towards a humanoid with a challenge rating of 1 or lower. And it lasts for an hour once you apply it.
Okay, cool.
Do they sell that in a cologne?
It works the same.
I mean, I get a -1 as it is the charisma check, so I mean, it couldn't hurt.
Exactly. I'll keep it, and if anybody needs it, you know I got it.
I mean, you do the typical thing and like stick the bottle up to your nose to catch a whiff of it, and it's a neutral smell. It doesn't smell girly.
I'm like, Cassandra, smell this. And put it in smell it.
So, 120 for the other 2 bottles?
Yep.
Yeah, I'll take it.
All right. are in your inventory.
And I'm looking at the Lyricus inventory sheet. How much was the wages, everyone, for the crew? Oh, there we go.
Yeah, it's on there.
10 per month, 30. So,
And I think you guys are about due for the next month by this point.
so if I gave him 300 gold, that would cover 10 months?
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna do that.
Okay. Anybody else got any shopping they want to do before we roll into the evening?
I think we got everything that we needed. Oh, we never did answer when I was talking to the bishop. He's restocking my water. Does that include refilling my fire water?
One of you has multiple barrels of firewater in your inventory.
No, I have multiple barrels of
Yeah, which are on the inventory already.
We had half a bottle of fire, or half a barrel of fire water from the race.
Yeah, that was mine.
Are you looking to
I just
break fire?
no. It's just my barrel is only half a barrel. I was hoping to make it a full barrel.
I could have sworn I just saw firewater on one of your inventories.
On the Lyria.
Oh, no. That's my bad. Fennin has flasks of firewater. That's where I got confused.
Oh yeah. Because he wants it to burn things with.
Yeah, no. He'll top you off to 2 barrels of it.
Oh, look at that. Saving money. Okay. Other than that, yeah.
Having a foot in the church doesn't hurt sometimes.
No, it does not. We still got that barrel of blubber. We can use that for lamp oil if we need, right?
You'll have to convert it into oil.
Okay.
Uh,
Somebody in town that can do that?
somebody,
How much would it cost?
yeah, there's a place near the dock that can do it. You're providing the blubber. They're providing the fuel. They'll convert the barrel of blubber. It'll come out to about 3/4 of a barrel of oil. It'll run you 60 gold. You want to do that?
Yep, absolutely.
Okay.
We only got half a barrel of lamp oil. I don't know.
If anything you guys bought needs to go into the ship's inventory, you should be able to modify that list, the ship inventory list. So just take it off your personal inventory and put it in the ship's inventory if you want. Anything else?
We covered the ship, we covered the crew, we covered ourselves. God, I was gonna say, did I find that crate? We're at the ship. Once we get back to the ship.
Give me a second. I gotta look at our message.
If you gotta look at the message in the chat, sorry, didn't prepare it, so we'll save that for another time. Maybe next week.
There is a note in your room that just simply says, "Unfortunately, nothing we have will help you on your journey." I thought that's what you were talking about. I just need to make sure. He recommended the Fletcher.
Fletchery. Yeah, one more trip down to the Fletchery.
He, when you inquire about special ballistas, said he can convert some regular ballistas into walloping ballistas. If you provide the ballistas, it'll cost you 120 gold for each one.
Okay. Yeah, dude.
Okay.
All right. We have restocked the ship. Yeah, I'm good. If anybody else has anything else. We have cleaned up. We have restocked.
All right.
Anybody? Anything?
I need
Somebody
to go to the
some-
burlesque place.
Yep, that's planned.
Okay.
I didn't forget.
I mean,
Just giving everybody chances to run their shopping if there's anything they think of last minute. Because after this episode, no mas.
I'm gonna say Godric's good, and he's gonna let those guys go do the burlesque thing.
So the man of God will get a rub and tug, but he won't go watch a dancer. Is that what I'm hearing?
Assume I got a
Yeah, he doesn't support them if they don't go full nude.
Fair enough.
They're not willing to bask in Apollo's glory naked. Well, that's false worship.
Fair enough. It sounds about right for an Apollo worshiper.
love should be given out free. I shouldn't have to pay for it.
How much are we spending at that massage parlor?
Not as much as you.
I'm sorry, I don't have a VIP Platinum member club card. I've spent enough that they've named a wing after me.
Excuse me, get it right. 2 wings, thank you.
You're a very generous man.
No, it just takes that many wings to cover all my. Never mind.
When you return to the ship, have a light meal that was prepared by B from the rations delivered from the Church of Apollo. And evening sets in. It's about time to get over to the burlesque show for anybody who is going. I know Fitz, obviously. Anybody else wish to partake of that venture?
I do.
Okay. Miss Holly.
I'm okay.
Okay. And is Sir Fluffy Butt coming with, or is he staying on the ship?
I imagine he will probably stay on the ship. They probably don't want a wing unicorn at the burlesque show. Although he might be able to make good tips carrying them around the stage.
You would know that he will not fit through the door. So he could come with, but he won't be able to actually go in.
No.
Like you can't see it?
No, I can see it, but I can't alter it. You said you could alter it. So,
I said you should be able to alter it. I don't know for sure.
yeah.
Maybe not. Okay.
Okay. Well, I'll get with you later on it then.
Yeah, yeah.
Side thing. I was
Yeah.
just gonna do it while you were doing your thing with him.
Nope, not a problem. So Fennin and Fitz make your way to the burlesque show. You walk in. It very similarly resembles the Mermaid's Tale next door. It's dark, much less humid. It's your typical strip club type environment. Seating, a bar, and a stage. As soon as you walk in, you see the soldier. And Fitz, if you took note of his name, please remind me because I don't remember. I had it written down and I deleted it on X. Oh, follow. I got it right here.
Yeah, Nord follow. Oh wait, no.
Just follow.
Guard.
Nord is somebody else.
Yeah, sorry, that was a continuation of the previous guy.
Yeah. Yeah, so it is follow. He's sitting there right in front of the stage, and he eagerly waves at you as he sees you walk in.
I'm gonna wave back to him and leave Fennec over there.
As you approach and sit down, he goes, "Ah, you showed. I didn't think you would."
Hey, give you my word.
Fair enough, fair enough. Who owes who a drink? It was a long day. I don't remember.
I owe you a drink, friend.
Ah, that's right.
Oh, wave the Bart, I don't know, waitress, whatever it is, over and order 3 drinks for us.
All right. 6 silver.
It'd be 9. One for Fennec,
2 silver apiece. 6 silver.
Oh, I thought it said 3 on.
It might have. I'm not going off that. I'm going off. Okay, so it is 3. So 9. You're right.
I would just go by that.
So how was your day? Did you get your little situation figured out?
Yeah, yeah. We reached a peaceful agreement with the group and managed to finish shopping.
Well, that's good. It's very good indeed.
No bloodshed on our part at all.
So, before you had mentioned some possible work.
Yeah, yeah. So I guess my question to you is, what kind of work are you looking for? Like guard work, or I'm assuming.
I mean, I can do guard work. Wouldn't say trust me with your dog, but you know, I'm not half bad at being a guard, but I'm up for anything. It's a matter of rising in life, you know, and being stuck where I'm at isn't so great. I'm gonna change his voice. It's starting to hurt my throat.
Yeah, that's fair. That sounds
It's a little nasally.
Yeah. Well,
I mean, what kind of work are you guys in?
we're adventurers. Right now we're flying around on a magical ship with a living tree that controls it.
Make a persuasion check.
Yes, please.
Make a persuasion check. He goes, ha, yeah, and I'm the Pope of the Church of Apollo. Really? What kind of work do you do?
No, no, honestly, we're adventurers. Right now we're trying to put a stop to all those portals in the sky. Although our more short-term goals are to kill an ancient dragon that was resurrected before it could reach its full power.
And you want me to come help you kill a dragon?
Well, there's that. We can always use more town guards, although that's on a different continent.
Which continent? I mean, what are we talking about here? Details, man.
What's the name of my continent? It's one to the north of here.
Libashire.
Libashire, right? Yep. It's northern Libashire.
Okay, well, what type of pay and benefits are we looking at here? I mean, I'm open to come with you on the ship. I can't say I'm willing to fight a dragon, but you know that's another story. I'm just a little guard. I don't think I'll be much use there, but you know I'm willing to work the ship. I'm willing to be a town guard. What kind of pay are we talking?
Well, let me ask you something. What do you make here guarding your gate?
I make 15 gold a month, sitting on that gate.
Oh, that's actually not too bad.
Obviously, I'm looking for an increase
Right.
by talking to you. And with the dangers you've made it clear we may be facing, I feel like that increase may have to be notable.
All right. How about this? How about as a town guard, I can pay you 25 gold a month. Set you up with, room and board. Uh, situations where we face crap like, dragons, demons, undead, stuff where you really earn that gold there. We have, what do you say, another 25 gold bonus as it pays.
I mean, is your city, is that where the dragon is?
Oh no, 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 no.
Okay, because you're talking like you want me to help you come and fight, which it's fine, but you know you gotta pay for it, and I'd have to come with you. You know, judging by your armor and the emblem of your order, sounds kind of like you're looking more for a squire than a guard.
Oh no, no, yeah, I can see how you would get to that. No, this is more of I've got a small army stationed in my town, but there are times when they have to go out, do various things. But I'm
I,
not considering starting
I,
as a town guard.
I'm just getting clarification. I'm perfectly okay interviewing for a squire position. I just want to make sure the details are worked out before we make an agreement. Is all.
How old this fallow look to be?
Make an insight check. He looks pretty young, like early 20s. But when you look at his eyes, you can see aged wisdom there.
Well, what the first thing you'd have to understand, fellow, is that in order to be my squire, you would have to be devoted to Palin. And I know last time we talked, you are an agnostic.
I mean, I don't like putting names on it. I just, I do me and I do what's right.
Right, absolutely, and I understand that, and but so I'm just saying that part of the description of being a squire is being devoted to the god that I'm teaching you how to be a paladin. So I don't think that would exactly work for you.
Yeah, fair enough, I suppose. I mean, things do change under the right persuasions. Like I said before, I don't really know anything about Paylor, so.
I would be happy to teach you everything I know about him. A few things I like talking about more, except for maybe my orphans. But don't worry, you'll hear about all of that. Um, so why don't we say for right now, I'm going to give you 50 gold.
All right.
And are you leaving any family here, or are you kind of unattached, or?
It's just me. I mean, I gotta turn my equipment into the guard, obviously, but that'll take 5 seconds.
Well, I tell you what, was Gondrick planning on leaving like right away tonight, or like first thing in the morning?
I don't think you guys had a set departure time. You're paid up at the dock through tomorrow.
Yeah. I mean, we for sure planning on. We're going to be here as long as we need to be here, but the sooner we can go, the better.
And it sounds like you guys got everything taken care of, so it's
Well,
an any time now sort of thing.
yeah, I tell you what, fellow, how long would it take you to be ready to get on that boat and get going?
Within an hour.
Okay. So I give him the 50 gold. Because we are going to go fight a dragon, whether he gets involved in that or just watches from his ship and shoots ballista bolts, whatever. But yeah, there is going to be some dragon slaying going on. So
All right, so 50 to come with you.
yep.
And if I survive, then what?
If you survive, and I tell you what, let's see how this first month goes. If it works out for you, you want to stick around, we work out well together. Uh, then we can decide whether you're looking at town guard, follower, or squire.
I think that sounds like a fair deal.
That way you're not locked into anything if it turns out that we don't get along, or you don't get along with someone in the group. We get some help from the dragon, you get some experience, and even if you decide to go, he'll technically tell people you're a dragon slayer.
I like the sound of that. Follow the Dragon Slayer.
There you go.
All right. Well, I already paid for the show. How about we watch it, and as soon as we're done, I'll get my affairs in order and meet you at your ship.
Fine with me. I've been to one of these before.
Oh, you're gonna love it. And as he says that, the torchlight dims and music starts playing in the background. The next 45 minutes to an hour is similar to a strip club. It's like a cross between a strip club and a drag show. It's the best way to put it. Yeah, and you're on the ship. You missed out.
I'm enjoying the view. Thank
But
you.
the performers, it's amateur night, so it's a lot of emphasis, but not necessarily a lot of skill.
What they lack in skill, they make
Exactly.
up for with enthusiasm.
Exactly. That is exactly what the show is. And everybody there is having a great time and loving it. And there's tip baskets strewn throughout the establishment, and people are tossing coins in of random denominations. But eventually, the show ends, and Follow says, "Hope you enjoy it. I'll see you at the ship within an hour."
We spend about half an hour going through all the girls and giving them some makeup tips and stuff, you know, helping them raise their game. Like, oh, buddy, that base is not good for your color.
For some reason, I am not surprised you chose to do that.
And with Pam ready to go, I'll head back. Yeah,
Okay. So the two of you make your way back to your ship. Godric is in his room with the door shut. Miss Holly, where are you and what are you doing? What have you been doing?
At the ship, just exploring around, looking at the inventory, organizing the inventory stuff,
Okay.
and kind of just Misty still here, right?
Okay.
No, I'm asking. I asked the question. Is
I think
Misty
Oh.
still here?
Sorry, what was the question?
Is Misty still here? Like,
Yeah. Yeah, she's on the ship.
I was just catching up with Misty and just about the shoppings and what we did and showing her the tattoo and catching up with Misty. It's been
Okay.
a while since I talked to her.
I would say you're up doing that on the deck when Fitz and Fennin return. I'm putting you guys back on the ship map here. There you all are. Okay. So you see Fitz and Fennin board the ship while you're showing the tattoo to Misty, and she's, "Oh, it's so pretty."
I know it's so cute. I love it.
And then you notice Fitz and Fennin return.
Hi, how was it? What did you guys do?
we met some very lovely ladies. And I hired a follower. I'm not quite sure where he's going to fit in altogether, but I like him and I'm going to give him a chance.
You hired a who?
Follower? Not quite sure if he's going to be a choir or just like a town guard or maybe an orphanage guard or something, you know?
What while Fitz is talking, you notice that him and Fenton are both covered in fairy dust.
Why do you have fairy dust all over you?
It's essentially glitter.
Why do you have glitter all over you?
Well, we met the guy at the burlesque show, and they were having a drag racing night there. And so we had a couple drinks. We talked to the girls. I gave them some makeup tips. They were not professional. Some of those girls did not understand a unibrow is a bad, bad thing.
Holly's giving you this look right now.
I did nothing wrong.
Holly's gonna get closer to you and smell you.
He smells like alcohol and musk. Like the musty smell your bedroom smells like after a good.
That's disgusting. Okay. So I get close to you, step paladin. What were you doing? You smell like hookers.
Hey now, these were very nice girls. Nothing like that. You can ask Bennett.
What the fuck you think he's gonna say?
Honestly, I'm not sure. I'm usually as surprised as everybody else by what comes out of his mouth.
Holly's gonna walk out very upset. Walk down. Below that.
Uh, where are you going, Miss Holly?
Below. Oh, we lost. No, he's back. Below that. Just. I don't know. Whatever.
It's a big ship. Where?
I don't know. Haven't decided. I'm upset. I'm walking around.
Okay.
I'll decide in a minute.
Misty's just gonna kind of like tuck her chin and side eye Fenton and Fitz, and then walk into the helm room.
You could have defended me there.
You told her the truth.
Oh, Bennett, my sweet summer child. The truth very rarely has anything to do with what women think you actually did.
He just kind of shrugs his shoulders. Like, you know the Ricky Bobby scene where he's like, I don't know what to do with my hands.
Alright, fair enough, fair enough. I am going to go chase Miss Holly down.
You will catch up to her in right outside the galley there. B is in preparing stuff for the breakfast. And Miss Holly is just kind of like pacing back and forth.
Holly, I am sorry, but I swear to you, on Paylor's name, I did not do anything inappropriate with anybody tonight. Well, anytime, rather. Frankly, my wife scares the shit out of me. I would never even think of crossing that line.
As he's saying that to me, I'm gonna do it to like Nessus, and I'm gonna draw them up. So he's like floating in the air.
Roll a d20, just a straight d20 first. Okay. So, Fitz, I need you to make a strength check, and Miss Holly, I need you to make a charisma check.
Like to resist it, or
Yeah.
I'm not gonna resist it.
Okay. Uh, so you just lift him up in the air. Is that all you're doing, Pam?
I'm gonna hold him there as he's talking. I'll do my little hand thing, like grab him and pull him up.
Okay. So Fitz, you are lifted up off the ground and are just being suspended there, and Miss Holly's like doing the puppeteer thing like you witnessed at Sid's shop.
I'm doing this, and as he keeps talking, I flip him down.
So now he's upside down. I love this.
Okay.
Fennon's gonna lean in and be like, what does she think you did?
She thinks I inappropriately touched some women that were not my wife.
Pam, make sure you mark off your spell slot.
Oh yeah, I didn't have those like got away because I don't
Yeah.
have any more level 5.
I figured. So you're now dangling upside down about 5 feet off the ground, and Fennon is crouched next to you, Fitz, and just like, the fuck, bro.
So I should tell her about all the women that were dancing on you?
I did not get any dances.
He's gonna like, it's like goes from like the squatting to the standing up, and now keep in mind, Fennon's from the Feywild. So he stands up, looks at Miss Holly, and goes, "Oh, he definitely got lap dances."
Okay. So now this is what's gonna happen to my step paladin.
We're gonna go like that. So now he's going moving around and around and around and around and around and around.
Make a Constitution saving throw to see if being spun around forces you to vomit or not.
Oh god, that's nasty. In the kitchen area.
With a nat 1, you puke.
Area?
You had just enough mead that the sweetness made your stomach turn as it was turning, and it's like a Ferris wheel going really fast with vomit flying out periodically.
Did I try to hit Fennon with as much as possible of that?
I mean, he's standing right there, so I'll say Fennon make a dexterity save and see if you can avoid it. The 16. You might catch a drop or two, but you're pretty out of the way.
As he starts puking, I'm just gonna drop him to the floor. Really hard, by the way. And I'm gonna walk by Fannin and say, thank you, buddy, for being honest. And I'm gonna go back up and I'm gonna go where Misty is.
As she goes up, I'm gonna yell, "So don't tell you about the lady boys?"
I'm gonna look at Fannin and say, whatever you have to say, say it. I'd rather somebody say the truth than be a liar. So I appreciate you for being a man for doing that. And I go upstairs now.
So as you get up to the top of the stairs, and you're about to turn into the helm room, you hear a voice call out, Misty, from the gangplank leading up to the ship. It is the guard from earlier today. He goes, hello? And Fitz, you'll hear telepathically in your head from Sir Fluffy Butt that the guard is here.
I'm kind of like wiping up Fitz, cleaning him up.
You notice as you collect him off the ground, his armor is the only part of his body not covered in vomit currently.
So as we kind of stand him up, I'm gonna pat him on the shoulder. Say, "At least your armor didn't get dirty."
I want you to sleep very, very carefully tonight, because I will stab you.
So that is 12 o'clock, and we will cut it off here. Real quick, was there anything else you guys wanted to do in the city? Because we can just retcon right now that you ran into town and got the barding for Sir Fluffy Butt in the morning, and be ready to set off next week. Unless there's something else you guys wanted to do.
Is that Cam yelling no in the background?
No, that's my cat crying for attention because he knows it's midnight, which means cuddles.
I mean, I checked off all the boxes with king, reports, bishops, right?
Yep.
Okay, then I'm good. We got
Okay.
supplies. Talk to who I need to talk to. Fuck it, I'm ready to go hunt down a dragon.
All right. Well, unless somebody thinks of something before next week, we'll say that you guys are ready to set off. Fallow's done introductions. You guys have given him quarters, whatnot, and
Sleep.
full night's sleep. I'll long rest you all right now, so I don't forget. And you will all be set to go next week. So, thanks everybody for coming to watch. Make sure you tune in Sunday for Waters of the Deep. It's starting to get good over there. Wednesday for Curse of Strahd. We got the time thing figured out. Starting 15 minutes later, so 9:15, and we're going to run till about 11:15. So, cutting an hour off on the tail end, unfortunately, and then shifting right a little bit to accommodate work schedules. But that is the timetable for that right now, and we will see you next week. Bye.